Hello, hello, hello. It's Knits for Sanity and welcome to my holiday countdown. Today is day 2 of my official countdown. I know you're thinking, wait a minute, it's not like December 2nd, or what are you talking about day 2? Go back to that first video, which I call the preview day, and it'll all make sense. But basically, I am too busy and too stressed out to be able to offer you a day by day countdown event this year. And for that, I do apologize. But I still have other fun things planned. And that includes doing this mystery painting, which only has 16 days on it anyway. So there you go. Like I said, if you're really confused and left behind, go back and just watch my preview day. I'm making a playlist. You'll be able to find it pretty easily, I think. Anyway, if you have returned, thank you so much for coming back. Today, I do have a little unboxing for you that I am going to start off the day with. This was a Black Friday snag that I got from Bella Art de Nicole. Nicole and Jamie are a couple of wonderful people, and I always love getting products from them, whether it is from Bella Art de Nicole or Bella Art Diamonds, which I may or may not have purchased one of those too over Black Friday that I will be opening later. But yeah, let's start with this box. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be honest here. I got the exact same item 9 times over. They had a great deal on these items. And I got one in my Spooktacular box in October. And I thought they were cute before, but I never thought that it would be something that I'd really see like a huge use for. So I hadn't purchased it before. But after getting the one in my Spooktacular box, I had to get more. And then they had this phenomenal deal on more of them. And trust me, I would have purchased so many more if I had been able to. But, you know, budgets. So we're going to start off with, I'm going to show you postcard. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for ordering. We hope you love everything you received and we'll be back for more. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us. Awesome. I think I'll love them. I will love my items. And then here you go, guys. Check this out. These are all of their books. Look. They're books that you... Okay, now I do struggle getting them open. There we go. But inside is a little bitty drill tray. And then it fits so snug. See how it just snaps right in there? It fits super snug inside of this book. And I love these because for projects that I'm working on that have a lot of repeated use of a color, I love being able to have these lying out. And then I can keep them safe by popping them back in. So isn't that awesome? They're so cute. They got little butterfly on the book end. Adorable, huh? So I got this color. I got this color. It's upside down. This one you can really see the butterfly super clear in there because it's a matte plastic that was used. Now, these were all sent randomly, the colors. I had no choice. It was a random selection. They were just going to pull out and send me whatever they had. So it's a surprise to me for which colors I have in here. Oh, this one's cool. Black sparkles. Ooh, look at this one. It's like an ombre. It's so pretty. Another orange. You know, I kind of like these. Yes, this way. This is the right way. I kind of like these matte ones because it's so clear to see the butterfly on them. Ghost white. This is kind of an odd lavender. Like maybe a marble? With all the black dots in there. Maybe it's like a marble type color. I'm not sure. That one's a little odd to me. Bright emerald green. Matte. Again, I like them because then you can see the butterfly so clear. And like a pastel ombre. Nice. So there we go. These are my 9 colors. I am thrilled. I got 9 different colors. I was expecting to probably have a duplicate in there just because, I mean, I ordered 9 of them. But I seriously, if I could have, I would have ordered, 20 plus of these things. I have just fallen in love with these books. So my plan was I was going to keep out a couple of the more Christmassy looking ones if I got any Christmassy looking ones, and actually store these excess drills in them. And then that way I don't have to have the bags anymore. Just the books look cuter than the bags, right? So for the ones that look the most Christmassy, it's kind of hard because obviously this green is very Christmassy, but it like really clashes with my green sparkle drill tray. And I love my green sparkle drill tray. Like I'm not willing to not use this. So that is going to have to stay. Like that's not moving. But that green, not really a good... See, that really clashes. Not that it should matter, but, I can have fun with this. If I say it matters, it can matter. And, like, this is out. I think, the ghost white is very reasonable. And, honestly, I feel like the black is okay, too. Can probably use both of those. And then one more if I want all 3. Let's see. Here, I also want to show you, too. This was their Halloween one. Book O Spells, in case you don't recall. This one, the printing of the butterfly didn't quite go to plan, as you can see. Versus the rest of these, see how clean that is? But the fact that I still fell in love with this little book, even though this was not their best printing job, that tells you how awesome these little books are. So... super duper cute, spells on the side here. Really, really, really cute. But also not very Christmassy either. I don't know. I mean, the lavender, if it were darker, but this feels so spring to me. Orange, that's clearly like Halloween, autumn. Maybe I do have to use the brown. I'm down to the brown or this green. Definitely use these 2. You guys tell me, which one do you think? Do I do brown or do I go ahead and clash greens? I'm going to fill these 2 and let me know in the comments which ones of those I should use. But yeah, these are all my little books. I'm so excited. So that is my little unboxing for today. And of course, I will link to Nicole and Jamie's site in my notes for this video. I link to a lot of stuff down there. One thing that I do kind of forget to mention, remember these are the 2 colors. So brown, the Book of Spells, or the bright green, bearing in mind that this is the drill tray I'm using. And then these are the other 2 books I chose. What was I saying? Oh, one thing that I am not great at remembering to mention to all of you, I think we'll do these in here, and those will go in there, is in my notes, I do have several discount codes down there from different diamond art companies. From like Carrot Art, which is a higher end diamond art company. There is a 10% discount code that you can use down there. And then from a few different budget companies as well. So New Craft Day, GBFKE. There's one more down there too. I'm just having a brain fart right now. So, just keep that in mind. I'm not an affiliate, so I don't receive any kind of compensation if you use those codes, but it is some additional savings for you. So I wanted to let you know that, and please use them. That's why these companies, they offered them to me to give to you guys so that they would be used. So go check those out in my notes. All right. There. That is awesome. Now, however, I have to remember, see, now I did that, but I didn't think this through. And I don't have any just sitting right here. I need, like replaceable, removable stickers so that I can mark that number 23 is in here and number 1 is in here. Yeah, again, I didn't think that through real well, did I? Because my plan is yes, I'm going to get some removable stickers and put them like on the sides of the books here. I just don't have any sitting here right now to be able to do that. So at this point in time, I'm just going to have to use my memory and hope that I remember. This one will be easy. Number 1 will be easy. 23 is going to be a little bit more difficult. It'll be okay. I'm going to hold on to all these bags yet anyway, because I still need to find, a home for number 10. Is it going to be brown or green? I don't know. So anyway, but as you can see, these are super snug. Your drills do not come popping out. There are a lot of drills in this one. A lot of drills. Look at how full that is. I mean, this is a full little book here. But they are still all snug and secure in here. See how awesome these are? Anyway, that's why I want like 50 more. I know the number keeps going up. I'm like 20 more, 50 more. I would love to have that many. These are so useful. So anyway, and then, you can be really cute and you can like set your books up like this if you want. I think they even make like a bookshelf. Yeah, I would love to own that, but that is like totally not within reason. I mean, these were so inexpensive. I'm trying to remember what I paid for them, and there wasn't an invoice in my box, but it was a Black Friday special because I think Nicole had found like over 100 of these books that they didn't know they had left in a box. So she's like, yeah, we need to get rid of these. And I helped out. I bought 9. But they were $6 each. They were so inexpensive, which is why I was able to get as many as I could. But yeah, a bookshelf would be absolutely adorable and something that I could set along the back of my desk here. But that would have to be a gift. Someone would have to gift me that. And then, gift me more of these while you're at it. But anyway, cute. So let's moving on. I know you're like, okay, that was a lot of, oh, sorry, I hit you. That was a lot of talk, knits. I'm glad you're excited about those, but let's get back to, the main event. Will do. So in my book here, what I am doing is this is a painting that is known to me, but it is not known to you. I broke it off into 16 sections and I asked people to, let me know which square do I start with. Well, I had 5 different responses. I thought I'd have at least one duplicate in there, and I did not. So I had my daughter randomly draw out of the 5 different responses, and then this is how I am going in order of doing the first 5 squares. Except today I have to add square number 6 because if you remember, someone said number 21, and there aren't 21 squares. So I just interpreted it as number 16, the last square on this mystery painting. And that happened to be the first one that was drawn. So number 21 square. Number 16 square is now completed. Well, yesterday I heard back from her. And ironically, when my daughter pulled out number 21, she read it as 12. And guess what? That is exactly the square number that this viewer wanted, was number 12. So I I told her that I was going to therefore add number 12, and that will be my 6th day square. So that brings me through the first 6 days. After 6 days, I'll take a picture, and you guys go ahead, give me the numbers again, and I will complete the rest of the painting based on, a random drawing of whatever numbers I receive. So that was the best way I could think of to try and make it fair, to have all of your input count and mean something. And again, when I do reach that point, I'll remind you where you can find a picture and leave a comment with which square you want me to do. So today's square is square number 6. I feel like I should put a line through them when I get them done, right? That means that feeling of accomplishment. So there we go, line through number 16. We're moving on to number 6. Today, I am actually going to change out my Mary Mud. I found, believe it or not, Frosted Berry Mary Mud, which I got a year ago. That's right, a whole year ago. It was hiding. I found this box back and I went, wait a minute. Yeah, fresh, unused, still smells like Frosted Berry Mary Mud. And I mean, it's still soft. This is great putty yet. So this is what I'm actually going to be using today. And then at the same time, I'll give a little tutorial for how I do this. So I end up usually taking a pair of tweezers here. I was going to say pliers, but tweezers. And I just take out the existing mud. And I have found that this particular placer is, the metal was not cut real equal. So there are a couple of like rough edges on it, not on the exterior. Like it doesn't hurt my canvas at all, but on the inside, it's a little bit wonky. But I just, I get out the putty that's in there. Till that, that's done nice and clean. That's one side. And then I do the same on the other. Now, I do recommend, especially when you are doing this side with the tweezers, quite often you will bend the tip of your tweezers. So I strongly recommend always using the same pair of tweezers to do this job. You can kind of bend the tweezer back in shape, but if you have like one designated putty remover tweezer, it's not that big of a deal. This pair, I just had my putty fall in my trash drill container. That's kind of funny. We have to do this yet too today. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to paint today. Do actual diamond painting. So yeah, I just work and eventually you get most of it out. If you don't get all of it out, that's fine. Looks like I just did though. But yeah, I mean, if you have a little tiny bit left in there, it really is not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's my advice, is I would have a designated pair of tweezers for removing putty. And then to fill them, I just do a couple punches. Then using the same tweezers, I punch that putty down in there. And then quite often, if I can show you, like on the bottom part of my canvas, I will push down. Which will help get rid of the excess. All right, and then the other side, what I have found is the best is I actually just punch it in right on the side. This is a pretty fat chunk right here. This putty is a relatively fat chunk, so I don't need a whole lot more in here. Okay, I might have to actually, we'll see. I'm going to start with this. I might have to put a tiny bit more in here. But yeah, there you go. And that's how I refill my pens with putty. Pretty simple. That's what I've just found that works best for me. There's lots of different methods, and there are people all over YouTube that will show various ways. So if how I did it doesn't make sense to you, or you just can't get it to work, no problem. Find someone else and they will show you a different technique. But that's what I do. So this was my Add More Zest Advent item for, I believe, December 2. Let's pull my putty back out. The putty, then I just throw away this little bit of putty with one trash drill stuck in it. But we're going to throw that out. And I'm going to get days 4 and 5 of my Add More Zest Advent. Days 4 and 5. Before I forget, though, I did have a viewer comment to me about what this end of the pin is for. This is why I need you guys, because I would be so lost without you. You know, I was really struggling. I mean, for a while I was wondering, is this like for like micro dots? You know, I don't know if you've heard, but Diamond Dots has come out with a new line of product. Like, what do they call it? Like the master class, I think, where you have some micro dots in there, which from the day almost that I like restarted diamond painting, I have thought to myself, wouldn't this hobby be great if we had this on like a smaller scale? Definitely harder for the eyes and dexterity, but if you had smaller diamonds or smaller drills, you could have a smaller canvas with a lot of detail. So that's something that like I've always wanted to see. And there are other crafts like cross stitch will do that. You'll have like super small stitches in some places and larger stitches in others. And that is essentially what Diamond Dots has started to do. But anyway, this is not for that, which is good because I was thinking it, but still thinking, how on earth am I going to fill wax in this long tip? No, this is for repositioning your drills. So that makes perfect sense. So on this side, you know, like I said, you pick them up. And then after you've placed them, you can reposition with this side. So that is what that is for. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right, so this is the Add More Zest Advent calendar. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do day number 4. This calendar has been so much fun so far. And here I am only on day 4. A taste of cross stitch. Try another craft this Christmas. Oh, look at this. It is a teeny tiny cross stitch set. This is adorable. I'll pull out the graph so you can see. It's a little spaceman cross stitch. Oh, Mouse Loft out of the UK. That is so, okay, that is really cute. This is very fun. Very, very basic instructions for what you're doing. Oh, that is really, really cute. Just your teeny tiny cam. Oh, that's really cute. Very clever. Very, very clever. And in case you are not aware, the concept of diamond painting is, you know, related with cross stitch or paint by number. So they're all related crafts. That is really cool. I'm very pleased with that. That is really awesome. And day 5. This is a little bit heavier and odd in texture feeling. Oh, that's why. Here are some single placers and then a spatula or straightener, depending on what you call it. Awesome. I love metal tips. That is definitely my favorite. I actually really like these ergonomic tips, and I think, although I just loaded this with putty, didn't I? But for single placing, I love using the ergonomic tips with round drills. Square drills, I tend to do better with, a tip just like this. Just because squares, it does matter how it's positioned on the canvas versus with round, it doesn't. It's a round drill. And then I really love using this like ergonomic bent tip. So I may end up replacing out my tips, but not right now because I just loaded this one. So awesome. Thank you so much, Add More Zest. All right, it's square 6 time. I'm actually going to rotate my canvas to do square 6. Just gonna do a little turn here, just a 90-degree turn to get to square 6. Ooh, this one has some more stuff going on it. Okay, so this one could result in some discovery happening. That's okay. This is going to be exciting. I think you guys are going to end up liking this square because I think it's going to give you an idea. If you can't already tell, actually, square 6 was a good choice. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot more today. You've heard a lot from me already, and I haven't even managed to start on my square yet. But some, brief little updates with things kind of related to Christmas. So the good news is I think I want to also there. So you can't really see what's under square 5. But there's one row here that isn't quite perfectly cut off, but it's mostly showing, so I want to be able to lay down the drills there. But I think I'm mostly done with my Christmas shopping. Yesterday I opened one package, my oldest daughter's like big gift for mom and dad this year. When I say big gift, I mean it's a $60 gift, which isn't, I guess, really probably all that large of a gift, but for us it is. I hope she likes it. That's probably the best way for me to put it. I hope she likes it. I genuinely and sincerely hope that she really likes it. I personally do not understand the appeal. We're talking teenage fashion here. And if you are or have ever been the parent of teenagers, I think you understand. Teens, they tend to be trendy and find things attractive that, parents and adults in general do not. I remember very vividly, I was the same. My mother often did not understand my clothing sense when I was young. And here we are. We have come full circle. Full circle. So I don't want to reveal any more than that just because it is meant to be a Christmas surprise. And while my kids don't generally watch my channel anymore, just in case, I don't want to say anything. So, and of course, this was all orchestrated with Santa Claus. Right? Just agree with me here, people. Yes, it was all orchestrated with Santa. So, yeah, I looked at that item yesterday, and then, oh, it's Alfie again. The visitor that you never know is here until he starts making noise. All right, I am going to go let my dog go out and do his protective duty thing, and I'll be right back. I'm back. So, there was indeed a delivery this time around. So he had not completely lost his mind. So I had to get a package this time. So Christmas gifts. Oh, let's see. That's right. And then, 2 of my kids, their gifts are not here yet. One of them I did receive shipping notification. And then the 4th child, her gift is kind of done. Her gift is more of an experience gift. So, kids are pretty much taken care of. And then, they have a few other little things too that they will be getting from Santa Claus. But the big stuff, I hope, is handled. And then my nephews and niece. There's one more small gift that I want to get for a nephew. But otherwise, they are done, with the exception of I have to put something together, which I'm kind of nervous about doing. And I think my sisters are done. My mother is done. I think my father-in-law is about done. Friends of my children that they like to get little gifts for, I think they're all about done. Yeah, so, it's going okay. Now, the one thing that did not pan out was I had wanted to do, I don't know if you're going to remember this, but I had wanted to do coasters. Diamond painted coasters for each of my kids' teachers. With something really cute attached, like, something along the lines of, have a little respite or take a little vacation during a day of teaching. And it's, I bought all of these like island scene, or like one is like fancy drinks coasters to be diamond painted. And I only got like 1 or 2 of those done. So really good idea. And I will just recycle it for another year, maybe next year I'll be able to do that. So I'm probably gonna revert to just cookies again this year. The thing that I can kind of get away with doing is sometimes I can recycle ideas. So this year, my daughters have a lot of teachers at the high school. So this year there are kind of, we'll say like 9 high school teachers and a few less now at the middle school. There's still more at the middle school because I do still have 2 of them that are technically in middle school. Oh, kind of like 10 high school teachers, actually. No, that's not right. 9. No, how many? I don't know. I'm gonna have to write them out. So occasionally then I can reuse ideas. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to go back to cookies again this year, which is what I did last year for Christmas as well. But everybody likes, getting a nice cookie. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the putty. Oh no. It's another delivery. Hold on. I'm back. Again, not that this is all, edited. I just come and go. What you're hearing now is Alfie is tearing up the box from one of the packages that was just delivered. He loves chewing up boxes. So that is the current background noise. He won't be long, he'll have it pretty well shredded to his satisfaction quite quickly. Oh, Alfie. So, yes. Christmas is doing really, really well here. We about have everything kind of good to go. Of course, nothing is wrapped, but actually one of the deliveries was one of the kids' missing items that is now here. So I'm down to, I just got to receive one more item for the big gifts for the kids. And then we have everything from Santa Claus. So, we do have our elf Brooklyn here. And she's been pretty busy keeping an eye on the kids. And then Brooklyn has some helper elves that apparently also come every night. And they have been moving a gold mitten around on our Christmas tree. And then every morning, my son has to try and find where this gold mitten is located on our Christmas tree. So that has been kind of fun. And then the other night, I heard him, he was leaving out, he got some mini M&Ms that day. And I heard my daughter say, "Oh, you're leaving some M&Ms for the elves? That's very nice of you. Why are you doing that?" My son said, "To help make up for my bad behavior." And honestly, my first thought was, what bad behavior? Of all of my kids, knock on wood. I mean, seriously, knock on wood here. But of all of my kids, my son has probably always been the best behaved. But, it's important to cover your bases. So just in case, all of the elves received some mini M&Ms from him to help make up for his bad behavior, as he said. I have been listening to an audiobook about different Christmas songs, popular Christmas songs. And for the most part, if I'm being honest, it's been merely okay. I already knew a lot of the stories behind a number of your popular Christmas songs, but there have been a couple of gems in there, a couple of things that I didn't know or didn't remember, or some extended explanation on things. So one of them is the song White Christmas, which you should all be familiar with the song. If you don't, it's White Christmas by Irving Berlin. Generally, when you think of White Christmas, you think of it as being sung by Bing Crosby. Well, if you are really in the know, you will realize that the song White Christmas was originally written for the movie Holiday Inn, which came out during World War II in the 40s. And if you are unfamiliar with the basic concept of this movie, it is, standard tale of this guy wants to get away from the high life and lead this more relaxing life in the country. And in this case, he's going to open up a bed and breakfast type establishment that's only going to be open on the holidays during the year. And of course, he quickly learns that the job is far more stressful than he ever imagined. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Irving Berlin then had to write songs for every holiday. One kind of amusing thing is, of course, this was before we had President's Day. Instead, we celebrated Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday separately. So there are individual songs for both of them. The song for Lincoln is a little bit hard to watch now. It is, yeah, I'm just going to say it is difficult to watch now. It is definitely not appropriate for today. And truthfully, I mean, it was never appropriate. But I feel like I do need to say that as kind of a disclaimer in case after watching this, you decide that you really want to watch this movie. And I would say, yes, watch the movie. It is still, it's a good movie. And just definitely keep that in mind, that there will be a couple of rather uncomfortable scenes, or at least I hope that they are a little bit uncomfortable. But anyway, Irving Berlin had written all of the songs for all of the holidays except Christmas. He still had Christmas left. And if you don't know, Irving Berlin was Jewish. And so he was having a really difficult time figuring out how to write this Christmas song. Certainly from the theological background, he didn't really know how to relate and write about it, because that, of course, didn't match with his own religious beliefs. But then even just that, he definitely knew that Christmas was an experience for Christians. And as a Jew, he just didn't feel comfortable or felt like he knew how to really encompass that experience. Yeah, I'm having trouble with one drill, and it's not like there's enough putty. If anything, I think this putty might be too soft. I don't know. I might have to experiment with the putty a little bit. But anyway, and that makes sense. It's like, I would have a difficult time being able to write a piece of music about Ramadan. So he's musing it and he's thinking it over. He's having a really tough time, but he notices that he's now currently living in California. And he's noticed one recurring theme about the people who live in California and are celebrating Christmas. And that is that more than anything, they seem to be celebrating this dream of a Christmas past that they had. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is not normal for Mary Mud. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is not normal for Mary Mud, but this is, I think it's too soft. I'm just going to go with single placing now for a while, and maybe if the mud can get colder again, maybe it'll work better. Alfie is still chewing up that box too. Jeez Louise. But yeah, so the one thing that he noticed is that people really more almost had a dream of what Christmas was or should be from their past, from growing up in snowy places. And that was what seemed to kind of pervade the Catholic attitude about Christmas, was this longing and this dreaming about a Christmas that they used to know. And from that, he penned White Christmas. But here's the thing. After he wrote it, he was so disgusted with it that he actually was going to just tear it up. But I think kind of out of desperation and realizing that I have not written anything yet, I'm down to the wire. Why don't I at least show it to Bing? And maybe Bing will be able to fix it for me. Maybe there's enough here that it's salvageable. So he went ahead, he sung it for Bing. And Bing said, "This is perfect. Don't change a thing. This is perfect." And indeed, it is the same song that you and I know today. Now, if you realize the tempo, there are some slight changes that did happen to the song over the years, specifically between the creation of Holiday Inn in the 40s to White Christmas in 1954. The tempo changed a little bit, so some minor tweaks with the song, but the lyrics stayed the same. The basic melody is the same, and that is the song that we still know today, is White Christmas. So that is some extra little Christmas, I don't want to say trivia, but just knowledge for you in case you didn't know. And go watch Holiday Inn and White Christmas. But like I said, just fair warning there. Fair warning. So what I'm going to do now, I think I have all of the number ones done. I'm sure I'll probably find another one as I continue working. But I am going to put you guys on fast forward with some holiday music in the background. I try and leave a couple of like corny dad jokes in there. There's usually stuff for you to also read while you watch me like fast motion go through. So I try and keep it somewhat more entertaining for you. But you get to relax and do your own crafting, fold laundry, whatever it is that you want to do, listen to some music. And then when I get done with the square, I will come back and I will show you and a few final words. That'll be it. So here it is, square number 6 or day 2. I think that's probably pretty obvious what it is, don't you think? Leave it in the comments below. I'll back it out here so you can get both completed squares in. Day 6 was square 6 for day 2 was a winning square to select. Yeah, so this definitely is now going to lead you down the right path with this image. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. My guess is I will have actually cut out sections of the actual diamond painting. It took quite a while today with the amount of confetti that was in this particular square. So I'll shorten that up a little bit for you so you didn't have to watch all of it on fast forward. Otherwise, join me again for my next day reveal, which is going to be square 11. But we get to cross off square 6. All right, guys, I hope that you're having a great day. Please, like I said earlier, practice kindness. Just be extra patient, extra kind, especially this time of year. And I hope that you are treated with that same level of respect. Until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.